So I come home and what do I see? A package on my doorstep. Could it be the one I ordered 3 months ago? Well, here you go. Been waiting for this. There we have the Stardew Valley Board Game. I opened it and I looked at what was on the top, but I haven't gone through everything yet. We're gonna do all this at the same time. This side is just Stardew Valley Board Game. It's the same thing on every side. Okay, the back. Help wanted. Excuse me. Help wanted. You've inherited your grandfather's old farm plot in Stardew Valley. Armed with hand-me-down tools and a few coins, you set out to begin your new life. The board game is a cooperative experience for 1 to 4 players. Work together to fulfill your grandpa's goals and to restore the once vibrant community center. If you succeed, the valley will flourish, but if you fail, the Jojo Corporation will move in and the magic will fade. Plant crops, raise animals, upgrade your farm. Meet the locals, make new friends, maybe find love. Okay, I like seeing the high definition renders of like the actual artwork, because this is official. Like, that's not pixelated. You can see these characters. Forage the woods, fish the waters, explore the mine. Fuck this guy. Oh, 1 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, 45 minutes per player, which is interesting. Can you play this alone? Oh, it says for 1 to 4 players. Hold up. I'm gonna fuck this up. Open the box. Strategies and tips. Okay, we'll look at this later. We have a pretty thick rule book, and I don't know how complicated this game is gonna be. There's a few pages of it, but I mean, these are gonna have to be popped out eventually, but I didn't want to do that yet. We have these things to pop out. Looks like you might build a deck or something. We have, that's like a big plate for like fishing. It's a profession plate for profession fishing, farming. You have all these heart tokens, these gold tokens, stack of 10 gold. There's a little bit of crystals for mining and a cat. Hell yeah. What else? We have foraging, mining, stacks of 5 coins, more minerals and gems on these sides. Whoa, okay. How many of these are there? These are numbered. See, there's 3. Here we have a bunch of like material and more gemstones. These are crops. I don't know if I showed this already. We have colored squares. I think these might be farmland because of the way it looks. Iridium ore, a little bit of gemstones leaking over onto this panel. How many are there? Jesus. This game has so many parts. This might be a nightmare to actually set up and play. 6 fish, trees, resources. Looks like a fishing treasure, fishing stuff, a bunch of fish. And we're done. We have a little sorting panel. There is 7 of these, like 1 foot by 1 foot, like pop out panels. There's 7. Except, no, okay, there's 7 of these, the big ones. And like where did it go? There should be a square there. Whatever, I'll find it later. So yeah, these are like different status. Anyway, enough of that. We have this panel to hold everything. Pretty nice. I don't know how to sort them because I think there's a lot. I remember seeing a lot more. We have a board. Oh, here we go. Underneath that, there's a lot of parts to this game. No wonder it took so long to ship. We have a deck of cards. Let's look. Expand the top of the deck. We have expand the farm. Own buildings equal to the number of players. Guess that makes sense. And another deck of cards with like letters on it. Due to a printing error, 2 season cards were printed incorrectly. The updated cards can be found in this pack. See the back of this cards for details. Are these like supposed to be the same pack? Like, are these the 2 cards? Why does it sound like that? This shit sounds hollow. Anyway, we got a little baggie. 2 little baggies to store your stuff. And we have mine event. These might be like, these are small cards, you see. Event cards for the mine and item cards, whatever happens. Oh, well, we'll read the rules later. Now that once I see all the parts. Little pawns. These look like sorry pieces, kind of. Sorry, combined with chess, combined with like bowling pins. But yeah, we got that and the dice. And now we can look at the board. So it fit in this square and it unfolds into 4 quarters. Goes this way and this way. Whoa! Ooh, you hear that peeling? Shit is fresh. Up here, you have your farm. There's like a letter on top. You have all these parts. Oh, this is a community center. Crafts room, pantry, fish tank, bulletin board, vault, boiler room. Rewards. When you restore a room, you gain an item. That's... Hold up. The item cards, okay. When you restore the last room, gain an epic item. So once you finish all that. And when you reach level 12 in the mine, I guess it's shorter. The mine's definitely like not 120 floors this time. Oh, it's probably 1 for like each 10 floors level. Levels, property of the Adventurers Guild, okay. Ore types, geotypes, maps, properties of the Adventurers Guild. So I assume you put a few cards, cards up here. We got explore the mine. So okay, this is like the game board. Just want to see if I can zoom out a bit. I'm not really zoomed in, I'm literally just moving my phone. It's propped up on a music stand. So here we have all these pads, these trails. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what goes there. End of turn effects. Do you farm? Is that farming space? Maybe. Fishing. Yeah, I think that's farming space. Because fishing, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars. You have calendars, season card, discard. Okay. Let's see. All these rulebook. It says rulebook page 10 right there, and all these stuff. You know, bunch of statuses. Museum. You put gems here, I guess. Fill slots A, B, C, and D to get an epic item. This 4. And then, okay, for each column, you fill out with gems, you can get an item. For each donation, gain 1 heart. With who? Maybe just 1 heart to use on someone? Okay, let's see. You have river fishing. Visit Marnie, buy animals. You can water the crops. Collect from animals. I'm not holding this safely. Visit Robin, buy building. She's kind of... Explore the mine, lake fishing, community center, right there. Visit Pierre, buy seeds and sell things. Visit Gus, make a friend. Visit Clint. Wow, Clint looks a lot less creepy in this one, in this version. Donate to museum, ocean fishing. So that's the board. One last look. You have this corner, this corner, this corner, and this corner. Right. I'm gonna fold this back up again. Uh-oh. Don't put your finger there, guys, when you get your game. So yeah, once again, we have the tray. You can put the little square tokens in here. I'm not gonna take it apart just yet. That. And, oh no, the board went on top of this. This box is about 5 pounds, by the way. It's a heavy game. All the panels for popping cards. And, alright, let's just like, can I put this back? I don't want to pop anything out yet. Uh-oh. I'm trying to push it in and I'm popping other cards. Shit! It's all falling apart. This game sucks. Wait, what popped? Oh, I was wondering where this popped out from, because everything, well, before I picked it up, everything was still in here. This is the white one that was missing from before. Don't know what this is. Maybe it's just empty space. Whatever. Put that down. Let's move this camera a bit. I'm gonna read the rules. Oh, that's my snack. Let me just... Welcome to Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley Board Game is a cooperative game of farming and friendship inspired by Eric Barone, aka ConcernedApe's video game of the same name. Yep, Stardew Valley is a video game originally, by the way. That's why it's Stardew Valley the board game. Anyway, in it you will work together to fulfill Grandpa's goals and restore the community center, saving it from the nefarious Geodes Corporation. My heater just turned on. You'll need to engage with all that the valley has to offer. Crops, animals, hidden forageables, elusive fish, an unexplored mine, and of course the friendly locals. If you succeed, the valley will thrive. If you fail, Geodes Corporation moves in and the magic of the valley will fade. So you'll have like a time limit and you have to restore the community center before that happens. Objective. Complete 4 of Grandpa's goals. I don't know what those are. Those are, Okay, so the letter, cards that we saw before, we'll have Grandpa's goals, right? Expand the farm, we saw that. Complete 6 bundles per room to restore the community center. So, these are bundles. For more information, you can go there. I might go there later when I actually play the game. Table of contents. Note to new players: to reflect the scope of Stardew Valley, the board game has a lot to it. Don't let that scare you. Yeah, there's a lot. There are many ways to customize the game to be the perfect length and challenge level for your needs. Thanks for playing. I hope you have fun. Well, here are all the credits. And list of components on the next page. Setup, whatever. That's just the table of contents. Here are actions and additional things. All the so those are the player mats, the big ones. I guess everyone can choose a profession, a different one, because we saw that before. Tile tray, aka the supply. Organizer. Artifact mineral bag. Okay, so they're for different things. And the fishing bag. Okay, wait, now that I accidentally popped one out, I want to see what material these are like and how tough they are. I'm gonna lightly try and bend it. It seems to be like a thin plastic, but also at the same time it seems like cardboard. It makes that kind of sound, so I really can't recognize what material that is. But it's pretty sturdy. It's light and thin, but obviously don't put too much force on it, because you don't want to break your stuff. Oops. Next page we have setup. I feel like I should take the materials out, because to make it easier to explain. By the way, this is my mount. Hi. It's literally just a music stand. Setup. Basic components. Place the board in the middle of the table. Yeah. Place it beside the Stardew dice, animal dice, and spouse pawn. Spouse pawn. Is it just the pink one that's the spouse? Whatever. And face the following decks face down along the stack of Geodes tiles, which look like that. Villagers, items, epic items, events, and mine events. I might go and use the organizer because I really want to see all the cards that share. Maybe later. 2, train resource bags. 3, plant your first crop. Next, place forageables and trees in each foraging spot on the board. I didn't catch those. I guess it's those or something, whatever. See which fish are in season. Draw 5 random tiles from the fishing bag, put 1 in each slot. Always fill empty slots, starting with the rightmost. The mine level deck, so that number 1 is on top and 12 is on the bottom. Makes sense. Place this face up. The season deck. Okay, standard season cards. So there's more advanced season cards that aren't just winter, spring, summer, fall. That's interesting. The community center Grandpa's goals, animals and buildings, player setup. Oh, hold on. You guys could like pause it if you want to read it, but I don't feel like reading it right now. Player setup, the pet token and starting gold. There's the pet token. You can only have a cat. There's no, wait. I didn't see a dog token. It's just the cat. And some gold. The players as a team. So it's a teamwork game. Everyone gets 3 gold. Building the season deck, blah, blah, blah. There's that. And just in case I didn't stop before, you can look at this page again to read the rules. Next. Starting layout example. By the way, at any point, because like I showed everything, you can pause it to see. Heart tokens, you got building tiles and animal tiles. You can see on the back. So they do, I didn't check the back, but they do have like costs on the back, which I just found out from the rule book. You have the fishing bag, and these tiles, the colored ones, are forageables and trees, I guess. I get it, because like I don't really get it. Here are the crops. So there are your spring crops: parsnip, potato, strawberry, cauliflower. We have like artisan goods, animal goods, eggs, milk, duck feather, goat's milk, rabbit's foot, wool. Summer crops: pepper, blueberry, melon, starfruit. Fall: bok choy, eggplant, cranberries, and pumpkin. Then you have like mine resources: bug meat. I don't know why there's a skull on that icon. Stone, copper ore, iron ore, gold ore, iridium. So that's what you get from the mines. There's another overview of the board. Okay. So this is where you put the season deck, forageable and tree tiles. I must have missed those because you can definitely see where all the tiles go. The map card, mine level deck. So yeah, you put the mine deck on. You know, you get it. You put your starting crops here. I was right about that. At the top, you have Grandpa's goals: explore the mine, reach the bottom, catch a legendary fish, equal to the number of players. You don't have to keep them, just catch them. Save enough gold, 10 gold per player by the end of the game, and expand the farm, own buildings equal to the number of players. Okay, so that's not something you start with. That's a goal to achieve. Crafts room, pantry, all the rooms of the community center. You can see right there. On the side, map card deck. I did not see those. There's somewhere in the deck of cards. Mine events, Geodes tiles, evil, item deck, epic item deck. It's getting dark. The event deck, the villager deck, so you put all the villagers. I want to see the art. I'm about to open the cards to see like all the artwork of the villagers. I'm gonna open the blinds to see if I can like see more sun in. And profession upgrade, artifact and mineral bag, and the singular spouse pawn. And the other one's a player pawn. Oh, I didn't think you saw it. Pet token, gold, and starting tool deck. You know, you saw the wide tiles. We'll go to the next page. Goals and bundles. There are 2 types of objectives: goals and bundles. It could be any of these. Player count. Menu requirements scale based on player count. And goals and bundles require more effort when there are more players, but you'll also have more actions as a team. This icon means number of players. Okay. 6 community center rooms. Yeah. You can do that. To start, you won't know exactly how to restore the bundles because bundles begin face down. This will be explained later. But resources are gifted to villagers to gain hearts, and hearts are spent to reveal each room's bundle card. Here are bundles in detail. Craft room requires forageables and materials. The pantry is good from crops and animals. The fish tank is fish. Important legendary fish can be donated to any fishing bundle. Okay, so that's why it said you didn't have to keep the legendary fish. Bulletin board, goods, as well as heart tokens gained from villagers. The vault, and the boiler room. How to play. Do I have to read this? Okay, we'll go how to play and then actions. Because I feel like that's pretty important. But actions in detail, I can skim through. You guys can pause and look at it. How to play. Whoa! Hey! You stay on the stand. Each round in the game follows these steps. Use the farmhouse graphic on the board to hold your pawn between turns. End of turn effects. Craft staircases, pet animals, and remove Geodes tiles or upgrade starting tools. I don't know what end of turn effects entail yet. Season phase. Draw a season card and carry out its instructions. I assume they will be in order. Planning phase. Players discuss their plans and place their pawns at any location. So you gotta work together, you know, bundles and shit. Action phase. Beginning with the starting player, each player takes a turn. Once your turn is complete, place your pawn back on the farmhouse. You may then choose one type of end of turn effect listed on the board beside the farmhouse, right there. I just read them. And trigger it as much as you are able. See page 20 for details. This is page 10. Once each player has taken a turn, the round ends and a new round begins. The game ends when players complete their objectives, victory, or when the final season card is drawn. You're out of time and Joja has won. Step 1, season phase. Each player with the pet token, so like player 1, draws a season card and follows its instructions from top to bottom. Festival cards have a single effect written on the card, whereas each regular season card shows a unique sequence of icons. Each icon triggers an event. Okay, so the season, for example, like the spring season card, there's a festival card and then the season end. So yeah, it's definitely going to be in order, I guess. So for example, we got spring, we got the cat, gift, Joja tile, and shipping bin. Let's see. So for example, that spring card, the pet wanders. Pass the pet token to the player on their left. Okay, so it changes who goes first. And the gift. Each player chooses one befriended villages and activates their gift ability. They have gift abilities. Cool. Then trigger the effect of all non-villager cards with gift symbols. Don't really understand that. And then take Joja. You do that option. Draw a Joja tile and place it on its corresponding space. They have no immediate effect, but make the affected location less useful. Shipping bin, players may trade and sell resources. So I think there should be, this is speculation because I haven't opened the deck yet, that everything will have a shipping bin at the end, hopefully. It's because like you want to trade and sell shit. Whatever. Quality crop, like the events, these symbols will show up here if you didn't get that. Flip any planted crop so that its quality side is face up. So when you plant your crops, whatever. If you're paying attention, I probably don't need to review every time something comes up that you've seen before. Rain, move all planted crops one space to the right. Anything that moves off the track is harvested and goes to the starting player. So it's like a chain where you have the 5 crops, and then when it rains, it waters one of them, and then you have the 4, and you just harvest this one. Fish move. Discard the 2 rightmost fish tiles from the fish track. Slide tiles remaining to the right to fill the empty slots, and draw new tiles to populate the vacant slots. Legendary fish are not discarded, but instead returned to the bag. So you like draw, and if the legendary one shows up, you're like, oh shit, it's a legendary. Gift, I read that. Pet Wanderers, I read that. Green Crow. Choose one of your crops in a green field to be discarded. Note, field 3 is both red and green, so there's like 2 halves, I guess. Red Crow, choose one of your crops in a red field to be discarded. And field 3, same thing. Event, the starting player draws an event card and resolves its effects. That sounds like fun. I mean, I read the other ones. Planning phase. Step 2. Players may trade item cards or resource tiles during this phase, as well as discuss their intentions for the turn. Each player then places their pawn onto any location. This does not count as movement. Once everyone is happy with their placement, proceed to the action phase. Action phase. Players take actions and move on the board. God, I need water. The starting player, with the pet token, again, begins and must finish all of their actions before the next person starts their turn. Play proceeds clockwise. Players choose, during their turn, how they would like to carry out actions. They may either do action plus action, take 2 actions of your current location, no movement is allowed unless you have some sort of special ability, or action, move, and action. Take 1 action, then move 1 space along a path, so the way the map's connected, you can't really see here, but like, you know, move 1 over. And then another action at a new location. That's, so you want to think about like where you're positioned, and you know, that's the game. And when you complete your last action, you return your pawn to the farmhouse and may trigger any one end of turn effect as much as you'd like. So you can only pick one of these, but you can do as many as you want. Like if you want to craft 12 staircases, you can go do that. Movement allows foraging. Whenever a player moves their pawn along a path, they may take one of the face-down forageable or tree tiles, not both, from an area that shares a border with that path. So you can, if you're crossing this path, you can forage there, you know. This is automatic and does not count against the allowance of 2 actions per turn. So when you do action, move, action, you can get forageables. Most forageable tiles and some trees can be harvested from more than one path. If you reveal a worms tile, look at the icon on the bottom right to see if you found an artifact or a mineral. Discard the tile and draw from the artifact and mineral bag, keeping the resource type that was specified. There's the forageable tile, paths, location. Forageables are revealed via movement and placed into your inventory. Trees work the same as forageables, but are not forageables. All trees become wood when claimed. These tiles grant artifacts or minerals, so you can see if that's an artifact, that's a mineral, and are then discarded. Actions in detail. When you take an action, you may choose from any available action at your current location. A player may change their mind from what they declared in the planning phase. This is okay. Although a player may not change their location now except via movement during their turn or using a special ability. Okay. A player is not required to take an action. Note that some abilities may require you to spend an action to use them. This can be done from any location unless specified otherwise. There's the community center. There's like the actions. Here are the actions you can do. Like from forest, farm, forest, or fish, ranch, buy animals, town. You can donate bundles, buy plant seeds, make a friend. If you've played Stardew Valley, you can see, like, there's the map in the background. You can see everything that's going on. Explore the mine, buy buildings like fishing, open geodes, donate to the museum, and go to the beach and fish. Water crops, farm actions. And then there's crows. I'm not reading that right now. Collect from animals, farm action. You can look at that. Buy animals, ranch action. Okay, yeah, buy your animals. Then all these like the symbols on the bottom and sides, like that's the cost. You must roll the chicken on the die to activate it. And then when you activate it, you get the egg. And then you can flip an animal over to the happy side to generate higher quality animal resources. Interesting. Buying plant seeds, you can sell them. There's making a friend. There's Penny's art, okay. Not bad. Oh, this is big. To make a friend, she hates geodes and she loves crops. Gain a heart, indicates that they can be married if they have the pendant symbol. The villager card. To get married, see page 23. How many pages? Okay, we just hit the halfway point in the little booklet. Reveal and donate to bundles, town action. There's that. I don't know if you saw this all the way. You probably did. Reveal and donate bundles. I kind of read about that before. Then there's that. Bundles are room specific. Okay. Completing bundles when you have donated the resources. And when you complete a bundle, you reveal the reward and give it to any player. All right. I hope no one fights about that when you do play. I don't know how the chemistry is going to work, depending on who you're playing with. You can open geodes, right? So it costs an action if you're on the forge to break a geode. Donate to the museum, this is an action. So yeah, these are all take-up actions. Buy buildings. So if you have materials, you can go to Robin's and get buildings, which, if you remember from before, I'm doing it again. It's one of Grandpa's goals to own buildings. Excuse me. There's my heater again too. Explore the mine, mountain action. So roll 2 dice and see what you encounter. So it's like yeah, there's that. There's monsters, staircases. Okay, yeah, so the actions take up the most part of the book. I guess you don't have to read them, and you look at them when you play to figure out what happens, but whatever. Fishing, there's explaining the fish track. You can fish in the river, ocean, or lake. I like the symbols for that. How to catch fish, take a fishing action, roll all 3 Stardew dice. Legendary fish, there are 4 of them. They're caught like normal fish. The major difference is that they are never discarded from the fish track due to the movement from cards. If the movement would push them off the board, return them to the bag. And they can be sold. They can be used towards, any fishing bundle, sold for gold or gifted for hearts. And again, catch legendary fish, only needs you to catch them, not keep them. Crab pots. Trash, catch trash. If you catch no fish, you can take a trash tile from the fish track. Cool. Treasure chests. If you catch a fish to the immediate left of a treasure chest tile, discard the treasure chest tile and gain an item. See, if you catch this fish, you get that and you can draw an item. Fishing bag. It's the blue one. And it has all the fishing tiles. Awesome. We're on page 20 now, by the way. End of turn effects. Again. You can look at that. Starting tools. Everyone chooses a starting tool and keep all cards associated with your tool stacked on top on your player mat. So each player gets a mat. It's like the racks you get on Scrabble or something, you know. Each player has their own little thing. Resources and cards, right? There's resources, other tiles, common items, my bad, and epic items like the return scepter. Ooh. Profession upgrades. So you can upgrade your profession to get more stuff, and you can choose one, flip it, you can see there. Joja tiles. Occasionally a season card will call for a Joja tile, as we saw in the booklet. Removing Joja tiles. This icon, permit required, yada yada yada. And it seems to be like this is the last page. Adjusting game difficulty. So you can, basic game, choose a mode at the start of the game. So you can choose a difficulty. We're seedling, only 4 of goals. Honest farmer, it's the default, all of the goals and 6 bundles. Artisan is advanced, optional season cards. It provides the most consistent and predictable, whatever, I'm tired of reading. Extra challenge, artisan scoring. Here, you can look at that. Making the game easier. If you would like, try starting with a 1 or more face-up. Adjusting game length, you can do that. Solo play is easily playable solo. And with professions, you're not limited to the 1 player mat if you're playing solo. Quick rules reference. Ooh, that's helpful on the last page if there wasn't a sun shining through it. Here, let me stack this Tradies and Tips guide. Doesn't help. There's quick rules reference, so you can flip to the last page and check it out. That's pretty helpful. Getting married. Cool. There's the back symbol reference sheet, also very useful. Don't lose this booklet, guys. Or ruin it. You know, you need this. Here's some strategies and tips you can read. Blah, blah. Gonna Star Wars scroll this. You know, we have large cards, small cards. Each season's forageable and tree tile isn't together. I really want to sort this out, but anyway, that's the tour of the whole game, except with zero gameplay, just explanations. This is everything that's in your box. It's an unboxing. I'm not going to explain the game in too much depth, even though I just spent like 20 minutes doing that. Anyway, that was a tour of the Stardew Valley board game, and look forward to playing it. Bye.